So, uh, my name is Jeff George, otherwise known as Ghost to most people that are close to me. This is the Lambo Diaries. So, the Lambo Diaries is a concept that I came up with many years ago before I ever purchased a Lamborghini. And I decided that there's no way I had been through everything I've been through in my life without it having a meaning. There's no way that a man can go through traumas and heartbreaks and sorrows and overcome and surpass where I was before without having a reason, without having a meaning. So when I thought about it, I was like, you know what? The day I own a Lamborghini, I'm going to start a podcast and I'm going to call it the Lambo Diaries because it's a goal and it's a dream and it's a vision that the more I've grown and the more I've realized it's been there since I was a child. I can remember going to my first book fair in kindergarten and I bought that Lamborghini Black Countach poster, and it was just the world to me. That one simple poster. I set my goals on something that day that I never knew would take me where I am today, and it was just mind blowing. The journey I've been on, the ups, the downs, the trials, the tribulations, the joys, the happiness, the falls, and I made it. I've climbed from the bottom to the top. I've been knocked down and climbed back up. And the Lambo Diaries is something that I can tell you is that I learned at the bottom is the most beautiful. When I was at the bottom and I realized this is as low as I can go, I seen the beauty in the struggle to climb back to the top. So for me, the Lambo Diaries is to show you that no matter what you've been through in your life or what you're going through in your life, people have been there. People have learned and found a way through the struggles that you're looking at and that you're going through. And I felt that if I can take a part of my life, multiple parts of my life, and show you this is what I've been through. I've been through this and this and this and this. And then from there, you can see you can achieve and overcome any disparity you've ever been through. You can make it from the bottom back to the top. You can find the sunlight out of the darkness. So the Lambo Diaries to me is, yeah, I've been through hell. Yeah, I've seen the darkness and I've felt the rain. I've also learned to find the joy through that pain. And here we are on a journey together, learning how to overcome life's trials and tribulations and never give up. Always hold your head up high and keep moving forward. And I want to take you on that journey with me and with the people that I meet and show you things that you'll never see. What it's like to drive a Lamborghini, what it's like to hear that roar of that engine in your ears, what it's like to see a grown man cry, what it's like to see a grown man get angry, what it's like to see a grown man tell you that you're not too big to humble yourself, you're not too proud to lower yourself to somebody else. The Lambo Diaries is a true life story of rags to riches to poor to back to trying to just get by. The Lambo Diaries is real life. The Lambo Diaries is my life. The Lambo Diaries is everyone's life. The Lambo Diaries is bringing you on a journey to understand we're all in this struggle together in this thing we call life, from darkness to light, We're here together and we're here to help each other, not to hold each other down. So I touched base on the first time I ever seen a Lamborghini, I was mesmerized. Like just the body lines. I felt in my soul. I felt that connection. Those vertical doors felt like to me like it was just heaven opening up. When they lifted up, it lifted me up. I can't explain how something, a machine, can make me feel more alive just looking at it than breathing air. So I have been just inspired by Lamborghini from day one, especially when you learn that, Lamborghini became because Enzo Ferrari told him to stick with his farm equipment and mind his own business when it came to talking about car manufacturing, how to make a car better. And that's where Lamborghini came from. Lamborghini came from someone telling someone to shut up and sit down and mind their own business. I feel I have a place right beside Lamborghini. Someone told me to sit down and shut up, and I'd never owned one. I paid cash for my Lamborghini. So when I tell you the first time I ever seen one in person, gentleman, he pulled on the parking lot, and I was with my mother, God rest her soul. And I was mesmerized. I thought I was going to die. I thought I found heaven. I thought Valhalla opened up and I had done my wars and Odin was proud. Like there's no words can explain seeing a Lamborghini for the first time in your life as a child. And all I wanted to do was get close. I didn't want to touch it. I just wanted to get close. And the guy was so nasty and rude to me. It scarred me. He said, "Don't touch my car." And I said, "I didn't plan on touching it. I just wanted to see it. I just wanted to get close." And right then, right there, I learned I will never treat a child this way because this was my lifelong dream to ever see. Yes, I was a child. How long are your dreams as a child, right? 5 minutes. This was my lifelong dream just to see a Lamborghini. Came from humble upbringings, poor upbringings. The chance of ever seeing a Corvette in the driveway was never happening. And I'm standing in front of a Lamborghini. So right then, I knew I will own one. I refuse to not. And I will let every person I ever meet touch, be involved, be around it. If they want to be in it, I'll let them get in it. I don't care. I want everyone to experience the joy I felt just being 20 feet away and being talked horrible, told don't touch it. Nah, I'm going to change that. I'm not your average Lamborghini owner. Most of them lock the doors, hide away, don't want to talk to you. I'm better. No, I'm no different than you. I just put forth the mindset that I would not let my dream not become a reality. So one day I was out with some friends, and it was right after I bought my Lamborghini, and I took it back home to West Virginia, where I'm from. And a buddy of mine told his nephew, he's like, "Nah, you enjoy this. It's probably the last time you'll ever be near one." That broke my heart. It sent me back to my childhood of that man telling me, "Don't get near my car." And it crushed me. So from that moment, I told him, "Hey, don't ever say that, man. Don't ever say that. This is the first time he's been in a Lamborghini. This is not his last time. This man will go and grow and become someone that owns multiple Lamborghinis if he sets his mind to it." I set my mind to it, and now I own one. So that's my mindset when it comes to being a Lamborghini owner. It's not about being the 1% of the world that owns one. It's about being that 1% of man that shows other people you can achieve one. It's about being that 1% of man that says, "Hey, come and enjoy this with me. I don't want to be selfish. I want you to enjoy this with me." That's what it's like for me to own a Lamborghini. Okay, so Lambo Diaries is for everyone. It's for the people that have lost hope in coming out of a dark place in life. It's for people that don't know how to navigate through a troublesome situation that they're in. It's for people that have lost a loved one lost a wife, lost a husband, going through divorce, headed to prison, coming home from prison, losing a job, losing everything you've ever known, to being broke, to being homeless, to being on top of the world. The Lambo Diaries is here to touch everyone, to give everyone an open aspect of life from the most humblest experience. I want you to know that my life has been so wild and crazy that it's unreal. I have been to prison. I have been a student. I have been a husband. I have been divorced. I am a single parent. I am a man from a blended family. I am a man that has lost it all. I am a man that went from living in what we would call a mini mansion to a man being homeless. I have seen the ups and downs of the world. So the Lambo Diaries is here to let you know that just because you're going through something doesn't mean people aren't here to understand you and to help you along the way. So, what I want to do is not only interview people that have been through trials and tribulations in life and to help other people going through like minded situations get through that, to know there's people that have been where you've been. There is hope at the light at the end of the tunnel. You are not alone in this wandering world. You're not alone. I promise you, tomorrow needs you. Someone in your life needs you. Do not give up. Lace them bootstraps up. Let's get it going. Let's be savage. Let's find that inner strength we need. Let's use that negativity in our life to find strength. Let's build off that. That's what the Lambo Diaries is for. Okay. So for me, going to prison was a shock. I mean, you're talking about going from being a single parent. Now, mind you, I had an older daughter, and she had me and her mother. And me and her mother didn't have the best situation, but I was there as much as I could be. Now, we'll touch base on that later in life, but I need you to just follow with me and stay with me. When I went away, I had an older daughter and I had two kids that I was raising by myself. I looked for easy, fast money to help me raise kids. I was a full time student, tried to work and raise two kids by myself. As a single man, that's that's a hard fucking lesson, man. We're not bred to know how to operate like that. Men are known how to go out and make money and come home and be hard and not know how to do things like that. I had two kids that I had to raise because their mother wasn't there. It was me and the two kids and that older daughter. I chose a life of crime. I sold marijuana. Federal government came along and thought I deserved 8 years in prison for that. That's what I went away for. So you headed to prison. You're losing everything. You got a woman that's going to leave you. Go ahead and accept it. You got your whole life flashing before your eyes. Everything's falling apart. Hold fast. Find yourself. Don't lose yourself. That's what I can tell you. Focus on you. Always remember you have people on the outside waiting on you. Focus on yourself. Don't let the outside world distract you from yourself because the moment you do that, you start to lose yourself. Don't go in there and join no fucking gangs. Anytime you see this stuff on TV, it's people like, oh, do this, do that. They're fucking suckers. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. Don't even do it. It's stupid. You don't have to be that way. You don't have to live like that way. That's not reality. That's TV. Stop believing that shit. Anytime you see these guys on these videos talking about, this, they were shot colors, that, no, bullshit. They're pussies. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. That's facts. You ain't gotta live that life. Focus on yourself. You want religion? Grab that Bible, grab that Quran, read it, study it, focus on it. It will guide you to be a better human being. I promise you. I found religion in prison. In all honesty, that's probably where I kind of left it, to be honest. Once I got home, street life kind of came back. I didn't go back to bullshit, but I started focusing on other things and left religion behind. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just telling you, focus on yourself. Dig deep. Find that strength in being alone. There is strength there. There is beauty in being alone. You've got to find it. Exercise. Focus on you. Make you a better version of you. Study, educate yourself because the prison system is not there to help you. It is not a rehabilitation. That is a lie and a false narrative that the government produces out there to make you think that the world is going to try to make you a better place because you did your time. They're going to make you a better person. No, they want a revolving door. That's what they want. Do not give into that. Do not let the fact that you went to prison hinder you and make you feel like, oh, I got to go back to what I knew because no one's going to hire me. Bullshit. Be real, be honest, tell the truth. Always wear your red flags on your sleeve. I run my whole life, but with my red flags all over my body. I tell everyone day one, yes, I did 8 years in the penitentiary. Yes, I sold drugs. Yes, I did this. Yes, I did that. The reason why I do that is because when you are the most honest version of yourself, you show true character of who you are. You are a better human being being upfront and honest, saying, everybody, I made mistakes and I paid for my crime. I did my time. I am now home. I am now trying to do the right thing and move forward with my life. You have to live your life that way. Do not fall into the narrative that you need to find gangs in prison to survive. That's bullshit. Do your time to go home. Your family needs you. Your children need you. You need you. That's who needs you. Above and beyond everything else in this world, love yourself first. Once you learn to love yourself, you can learn to love other people. Don't let time make you who you are. Make that time work for you to be a better you. Promise you, I did 8 years. I came home to a zero credit score. I was unknown to life. And I built my way up from working a $7.25 hour job to now I make $100,000 a year. It's not a whole lot. It's not a lot. Better than most, not as good as some. That's what I do now. You can achieve things having a criminal record. You can change your life. You are not your criminal record. You are not your past. You are your future. You are not your past. Don't let your past be you. Make your future be you. You have the determination and the goal and the mindset to literally be one thing that I like to say. I was always like to say, my grandfather told me so, but my grandfather did tell me so. He said, it's never too late to be the person you always wanted to be. So no matter what your flaws are in life, you can be who you want to be. Change your mindset. I promise you'll change your life. Don't let prison define who you are. Can. So some of the things that are just, man. So imagine you don't have a say in anything in your life. So you wake up today and you're told what to do, and you're not allowed to dispute it. What does that make you? That makes you a second class citizen, right? I can't wake up and say, I want change. I'm going to go vote for this person because I want change. I can't do that. Now, mind you, I did my time over what I should have got. And I'll tell you what I did. Tell you exactly what I did. I sold weed. That's legal damn near everywhere now. That's what I did. Was it wrong? Yes. Am I trying to cop excuses for what I did? No, not at all. Did I use selling drugs as an excuse to be home with my kids plus go to school? Yep, I did. But I promise you, our founding fathers broke the law to find freedom. Kind of the same thing, right? You might not see it that way, but you will. So we came to America, we found new land, we left, we fought against England, we won our freedom. They wanted one way, we wanted people in America wanted another, right? It's no difference than me wanting to go to school and raise my family. I sold a plant. I know that's in some people's eyes, stretching it. It's now legal. Funny how that works, right? What's today's crime is tomorrow's legal. Just understand that. It's a matter of time. Opium used to be legal, and they made it illegal because of why? They realized they can make money off people in prison. Let's be real. Weed only became illegal because of mead paper. Let that be known. The man that made the mead paper company claimed hemp was the devil's lettuce. And God forbid if hemp be used to make rope and clothing and other things. Why? Because paper was his way of making money. So he got with your great American government and made marijuana, which produces hemp, illegal, which is why I went to prison, which is why weed has medicinal use. Weed does amazing things for some people. For me, it did horrible things for me. It made me freaking hallucinate like freaking Smokey and Debo's pigeon coop. It was horrible. I'm not a good weed smoker. I was a good weed seller, but not a good smoker. So I'm not allowed to vote. I'm not allowed to go to the polls in November and cast my vote for president or make my vote for governor or make my vote for anything. Not allowed. Now, is that fair? It makes me a second class citizen. But if you look into the Constitution, no such thing as a second class citizen in the United States. Now, I'm going to paint a scenario for you, and I need you to understand this. Don't look at it from my point of view, look at it from yours. I break into your home. I hold your wife and kids hostage. I am hurting your wife and children. You have a firearm. You would use that to hurt me and eliminate the threat on your wife and family, which is correct. You should fucking shoot me and bury me in the backyard, cut my head off and place it on a stake and say, this is what happens when you cross my family. I'm a convicted felon. You break into my home. You hold my wife, I'm not married, my children hostage. I have to stand there and watch you do it because I'm not allowed to own a firearm to defend my home, to defend my family. It's not fair. Nowhere in the Constitution, in the Second Amendment, does it say if you make a mistake, you shouldn't be allowed to defend your family or defend your country. Oh, now I didn't open your eyes now, huh? All these people crossing the border illegally. You don't know what's about to happen. I am who you want on the front lines when they breach the 10-yard line. I am the savage you want to defend you and your family. But I'm not allowed because I made a mistake in my life. It's not fair. Second Amendment says the right to bear arms shall not be infringed upon. America was founded as a republic, not a democracy. A democracy is slavery. Open your eyes and understand. A democracy is 51% of the country, controls 49% of the country. 51% decides what is right, 51% decides what is wrong. That does not mean you get to decide what is right or wrong. That means 51% get to decide what is right or wrong. A republic, as America was founded, is 99% cannot control 1% because 1% is still free to protect themselves and protect their family and have all rights afforded to them as a United States American citizen. That's what you need to understand. We are living in a world where prison is built as a business, as an industry, not as punishment for a crime committed. If that was the case, child molesters would not receive 2 years and protection, where someone that sold marijuana gets 8 years and no protection. I'm not a sour man for going to prison. I broke the law. The law is the law. I did what I did. I went to prison. I paid my time. I did my crime. I'm home. I have told you I make over $100,000 a year now. I have told you that you do not have to go back to what you have to do. I am standing here in front of you, a man that owns a Lamborghini. So clearly you can overcome your past traumas. You can overcome your past trials and tribulations. You can change your life. You can't change what this government does to you, though. They will lock you down and control you the moment you let them get ahead of you. We are not here for that. That's not what it's about. We are supposed to be free. Please understand. Freedom is freedom, not controlled freedom. Okay, so the table, what we got here, the table is being a man child. Old Smoky Tennessee whiskey. I absolutely hated whiskey. I thought whiskey was only for rednecks. I am clearly not a redneck. So, no offense to the rednecks, and you guys are all right too. So, Old Smoky Tennessee whiskey is absolutely amazing. The first time someone poured me a glass of salted caramel whiskey, I was like, holy shit, this is possible. I can actually enjoy this and not feel like I gotta cringe my face up every time I take a drink. I don't gotta feel like I gotta have shit kickers on with a 10-gallon cowboy hat. Like, this is real, this is life. And now I have found cookie dough whiskey. Let me tell you, the fat boy in me fell in love. The power lift in me and says, hey, that's not protein. But the fat boy says, hey, give me another chocolate chip cookie. Let's get it rolling. So that's where I'm at now. Old Smoky Tennessee whiskey. So on side of that, we've got the unicorn. God knows I love unicorns. My thing forever has been I am part unicorn, do magical shit. And the unicorn came along from a time period where you didn't hear about it. All you can do is go back to my Facebook and my social media, and you will see no one was wearing unicorns. They weren't nowhere for the longest time. It was a dead era for about a couple years. And I swear I brought that shit into existence. I used to tell my ex-wife, don't lose me. I am a unicorn. I am one in a billion. You once you lose me, you will never find another like me. Yep, she lost me. And here I am, one in a billion still, and she ain't got a replacement. So my daughter bought me the neon lamp of the unicorn. Everyone that knows me knows, they always send me the unicorn shit because I am part unicorn, do magical shit. I am the less than 1% of the world. I bench press 495 pounds as of right now, working on 515. I've been to prison, less than 1% of the world. That's pretty fucking magical. Came home, changed my whole life. Fuck it. It is what it is. Own a Lamborghini. Less than 1% of the world owns Lamborghinis. Once again, back to being magical. So that's how we get the part unicorn do magical shit. The sword is the man child in me because I like gladiator shit because that's the savage in me. So that's where we are with the table. And the shrunken head, the deadhead shrunken head rum. Just because the man child in me seen a shrunken head and said, "Who the hell don't eat rum with a shrunken head bottle?" Shit, let's buy it. That's where we are today.
So what's in the sword?
The sword is Old Smoky Tennessee whiskey cookie dough. Right now, that's where it's at. So
Pick it up and show it to us.
this is the decanter with the
Oh boy.
oh god, the glass is kind of empty. These are the Lamborghini embossed glasses that I got from, should I say my insurance agent? Because that's really where they came from. He he hosts the Festival of Speed. Shout out to Festival of Speed for the car events that I attend all the time. So that's where that came from. That's where the Lamborghini glasses come from. And the Lamborghini, just because the Raging Bull, I feel like I'm a Raging Bull. I might be a Libra, but I've got a Raging Bull inside of me that says, we're going to change this life. We're going to change your life. We're going to change the world one day at a time.